Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, man. Welcome to another episode of Keith's Boxing Gym Talk. I'm your host, K-Rob216. You know, it's been a long time, man. You know, a lot of things came up, legal issues, work, and, I started getting discouraged because of the views and stuff like that. Even though this was therapeutic to me, at times it seemed like I was talking to myself. But nevertheless, though, man, I'm back for a special edition of this. I just want to talk about one thing. The elephant in the room, Mayweather suing Showtime for $340 million. It's Showtime and Steven Espinoza for $340 million. But before we get into that, though, I want you guys to like and subscribe, comment if you feel like. Please do. Yeah, Mayweather suing Showtime for $340 million. 50 Cent posted something the day before yesterday, or maybe yesterday, that it was a money grab, that he's going broke. A lot of people tend to agree. Before I had jumped off the railing and started suing and stuff too, I had to do a little bit of my research. A couple things, man. A couple things. Yes, Mayweather, a few years ago, his net worth was about $450 million, about close to half a billion. After these allegations, well, I'm not gonna say allegations and stuff like that, but after he made this lawsuit public and stuff like that, I did do a little bit of research and stuff. Two things, man. The net worth, the websites where they, Celebrity Net Worth and Forbes and all that stuff, his net worth has definitely dwindled down, decreased and stuff like that. Like I said, he was half a billion at first, but then yesterday I look at his net worth, now it's at $200 million. And I looked at it this morning before I made this video. Now it's at 100 million. They're saying it's at 100 million now because of this lawsuit. So even these websites, Celebrity Net Worth, is trying to insinuate that it's a grab for money grab and stuff like that. All I'm gonna say is, man, Showtime is definitely going to countersue. They definitely got an argument and stuff like that. I think Mayweather knows that Showtime doesn't have $340 million to give him. They had to end their boxing on Showtime because of money issues and stuff like that, and scheduling and money mostly. So, my thing is, I know that they're going to try to countersue, and they're going to bring up two fights that didn't meet to the expectations. I know in the contract for the 6-fight deal that he did with Showtime after he left HBO is that he had to do well with pay-per-view buys and at the gate. The first fight that comes to mind is the Marcos Maidana fight. The first one, it did about almost 900,000, and I think it generated around 58 million. Not saying that that is a lot, but compared to what HBO was doing when he came back from his retirement after his fight with Ricky Hatton, he was doing about 70, 80 million generating, doing about 1.5 pay-per-view buys with Cotto, likes of Mosley and stuff like that. So it wasn't what they expected. Now, his last fight with the Showtime deal with Andre Berto, it did close to 400,000. They had to guarantee Mayweather a purse of 32 million when the fight and all generated, the whole thing, the gate, everything, ticket sales, everything generated 28 million. So they lost some money. So I know they're going to come up with something with that. My thing is, yeah, personally, I don't like him as a person and stuff like that, but he is one of the best of this generation. Ring Magazine named him as the greatest fighter of this generation, the best fighter of this generation. I tend to agree. It's just, the bragging every episode, every interview or something like that. He's saying that he's making smart investments. Every interview, his cars, his house is paid for. Instagram, I followed him a couple years ago because every post was just about his car collection. About his house, about his watches and stuff like that. I got tired of seeing that. No, I'm not hating. I just got tired of seeing that. And being a person that used to belittle people and stuff like that when I was on top of my game in my 20s and stuff like that, karma had a strange way of showing me how to, I ain't gonna say a strange way, it just humbled me over the past 15 years on how to stop belittling people and encourage and uplift and stuff like that. So, like I said, man, I just want to see Mayweather do better and stuff like that, man. Yeah, he's a family man, and he gets all the respect in the world. I admire how he loves his grandson so much and stuff. It's just, you get tired of seeing stuff like that. You showing checks and stuff like that, like I ain't even cashed this yet and stuff. So you can call me a hater. You can do whatever you want to do, man. That's fine, man. But what do you guys think? You think this is a money grab, or do you think that he just desperately feels like that he was played, that he was cheated out? Even after everything he said, that he, appreciate Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza and stuff like that, because his contract ended with Showtime 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Let me know what you guys think, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Even negative comments, I don't care. Let's just get this going. Let's get a discussion going, man.